With the Lopetegui era just around the corner, I thought now is the perfect time to reach out to some of the old and new faces of Hammers Chat and see how they're feeling ahead of the Premier League season. But I want you guys to get involved as well. 4 questions, get your answers in the comments. Anyway, that's enough for me, but I'll catch up with you a little later in the video.
The Julen Lopetegui era is here, and I'm really excited to see what the new man can do. As far as expectations for the season are concerned, I'm not going to get too carried away and expect too much too soon, because it's a new manager, new ideas, new philosophy, completely different way of playing. That's going to take time. A lot of new players to bed into that squad as well. So as far as league's position is concerned, for this first season of Lopetegui, as long as we're in around the top half of the table, but we're seeing an improvement as the season goes on, we're seeing that progression, then I'll be more than happy with that. What I do expect is a pretty decent cup run in the domestic cups, and for us to go deep into those competitions, for the reasons that we've got no Europe to worry about this season, and also we've got a much bigger, deeper squad than we've had previously. So I don't think there's any reason for us not to expect decent cup runs this season.
I'm not expecting fireworks from day one. I just want, for me, I just want to temper the expectations here. I think we'll probably finish midway 7th to 10th. I think that's kind of my thoughts. We've got a lot of new players. We've not set pre-season alight. I know pre-season's about fitness, but yeah, I just don't think we are going to be storming Europe. I hope I'm wrong. Of course, I hope I'm wrong.
To play slightly better football than last season and to concede not as many goals. That's pretty critical. Last season we were poor for that.
I want to see us playing better football, first of all. That is an expectation with the business that we've done, with the money that we've spent, with the players that we've brought in. I think that's an absolute minimum base requirement for me. I would also think a top half finish minimum as far as our positions are concerned, pushing for European qualification towards the latter stage of the season. And yeah, just a deep cup run as well, semi-finals, something like that.
Expectations for the season, expect the unexpected, in terms of I think Lopetegui might have some good problems to have. We've obviously each got our own starting lineup and formation and players that we want to see and what we think might happen. But I think there's going to be some surprises in there. It could be like Antonio goes on a run of scoring every game. So that throws up a nice problem for Lopetegui. What does he do with Fullkrug? Or does Bowen keep scoring so much that then he goes in the middle, which means Kudus can go to the right, Somerville to the left, or will one of the old defenders suddenly have a run of really good games? So that will give Lopetegui some good problems to have. Standout player, we already know what we've got. So we already know Bowen, Paqueta, Kudus. We know they're going to provide us with amazing moments through the season. But I'm actually going to go with Rodriguez, because just of what I saw in only 45 minutes of a pre-season game against Celta Vigo, he just looks like that complete, silky midfielder with just massive talent. I think he could play for any club and just go on the pitch and do that job for them. His defensive positioning was perfect. He knew what to do to just stop a counter-attack with his body positioning. He just got the ball, released it one touch, both feet. So I think he's going to be, you know, people talk about maybe Fullkrug could be fans' favourite or cult hero, this kind of thing. I actually think Rodriguez could be the player to just do those amazing midfield things that we like, just crossfield passes and then getting out of trouble in really clever ways that makes the stadium ooh and ah. So yeah, I'm looking at Rodriguez.
Just got a feeling that Fullkrug would just hit the ground running. I know, like, not too many Germans have come over and set it alight over here in the Prem, but I just think he's got those qualities, that style, that excites me a lot more, gives me a bit more confidence than the likes of Haller and Scamacca. So yeah, I've got high hopes. We've not had a good striker for so long that, you know, I'm praying we finally got one.
can't really look any further than Jarrod Bowen, to be honest with you, because he just produces, don't he? And that's not to say, look, there's lots of players. This was a really hard question. There's so many players now that you could choose from because we've got such a good squad. Paqueta, Kudus, I'm really looking to see those guys, and obviously a lot of the new players that have come in. But Jarrod Bowen, he just produces time and time and time again. He's so consistent. He's a goal scorer. He guarantees you goals, assists. And I just think he's got the captain's armband now. I'm really interested to see how he copes with that, and I just think he's going to be the standout player again, as he usually is for us, because he just produces time and time again.
Niclas Paqueta, and the reason why I think he's going to be a standout for us this season, because he's got obviously he's moved in, go through to Man City. He's still got, I think the charges and everything is still going ahead against him, so I think he's got a point to prove. And I think he's key to getting us ticking going forward as well.
In terms of a standout player this season, it's kind of difficult for me to really give an answer on that, because a lot of the players that we've brought in, some of them I don't really know too well, I'll be completely honest. I'm probably going to stick with someone that's tried, tested, and we know we can rely upon. And his name is Jarrod Bowen. Now, obviously, we know what he brings to the party in terms of goals, assists, work rate, and all the rest of it. I think what we're going to see this season, I think the fact that he's got the armband now, I think that we're going to see him step up another level. I think we're going to see him puff his chest out, and I think we're going to see an improved Jarrod Bowen from the version that we've seen up to this point. And previously, he was pretty damn good, so that'll be good for us.
With Surfshark VPN, they give you the security you require whilst browsing online, keeping your personal details private, even giving you secure connections whilst using public Wi-Fi's and remote working. But why Surfshark in particular? It's quite simple. Myself and Gonzo have been using Surfshark for multiple years, hence why we're working with them. In our opinion, it's the best VPN provider out there. And a couple of my favourite benefits, apart from that online security, is that you can change your geolocation. So if you're abroad, you can change your location to being back home in the UK, and you can access your usual online content. But also, you only need one account to protect multiple devices. I've only got one account. It protects my computer, it protects my phone, and it protects my tablet as well. It's fantastic. But if you're unsure, don't worry, because Surfshark offer you a 30-day money-back guarantee. Now, for that offer, you get 4 months free if you join up using the Hammers Chat link or using the Hammers Chat code. So when you go to sign up to Surfshark, make sure you use the code Hammers Chat, or if you just click on the link that's in the description below, it will automatically apply the offer to your basket. So you can get signed up to Surfshark and you can stay safe online, just like myself and Gonzo.
I was watching the Formula One a few months ago, and Carlos Sainz was being interviewed, and he said it's free to dream. So that's kind of where I am now with the talent that we've signed, that I can just dream. So I was thinking 5th, because the teams in that area of the league are in Europe. A lot of them have that horrible Thursday, Sunday, more travel, more games. We don't. So 5th, but you know what? I can say whatever I want, and no one can stop me. So third. I've said third now.
In terms of a positional finish in the Premier League, I'm going to go for 7th, 8th, something like that. But I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to push for 7th. I think if we can really sort of hit the ground running, and I think the fact that we're playing a lot of our games in the Premier League up to about beginning of November are in London, so we've not got the travel. I think that we need to come flying out of the blocks. I think we need to sort of like make that work to our advantage. So I'm going to say that we're going to finish 7th, and we're going to push for European qualification.
Got to finish in European places, so that's either 7th or 8th, we need some form of European football. Obviously missed out at this season. We can't go 2 seasons without it. Become accustomed to it, really. It's how you keep the best players. So yes, we need to get European football. 7th or 8th is the expectation.
7th would be good, I'd say. Anything lower than 10th would be bad.
I'm probably going to say 8th would be, if you want an exact number, as exact position, I'll go with 8th because, like I say, I think the squad is really good and really strong, and it could be competing higher, and hopefully it will. But I just think the fact that, like I say, it's a completely new way of playing as well as a lot of new players. It's going to take time. So I think if we finished 8th, but we're playing much better football and we're all enjoying the football, and we can see that we've improved as the season's gone on, then I think that's more than acceptable, and I'd be more than happy with that.
I think we need to prepare ourselves that there's a chance that we might find that it's going to take a little bit of time for certain players to adapt to the new coach's style of play. I think there's a lot of players that are obviously have been indoctrinated in the Moyes way of playing, and it might take them a little bit of time to get that out of their systems, a bit like muscle memory. It might take a little bit of time for them to really properly acclimatise and get used to the way that the new manager wants to play. But so I think we need to prepare ourselves for maybe the first half a dozen games, there or thereabouts. It might be that we're having to see this transition from one manager to the next. But bear with it, guys. I'm sure it'll be a big season that we've got incoming. So here's hoping.
But my other thoughts, just kind of final thoughts to wrap up, really. I think for me, Somerville is one of those players that I think will make a really good impact from the bench. And we've not had strength in depth from our bench for so long. I mean, when you look at the likes of Benrahma, Fornells, good players, did a job. But when they come off the bench, you never thought these guys are going to change games. I'm not going to bang on about the style of play, which again, I think is going to be another really interesting part of this season. So, he plays possession-based football and plays it out from the back. And I think the last point I want to make, really, just my main worry why I don't think we're going to set this season alight, although there's a lot of hype around West Ham at the moment. We've got 3 new players in that back 4, and they'll need to gel really quickly. Our first 2 games against Villa and City, they're very tough games. If we get spanked, if we ship goals in, I've just got a sense that some of the West Ham fans will panic, and there's no need. But 2 very tough games.
So continuing the line of mad optimism, because I can say what I want, I'm going to say we'll get to a cup final. Maybe we'll win it. I'm not going to say that, jinx it, but cup final. Why not?
Final thoughts on that is I'm just looking forward to seeing something different. And look, I didn't want to bring him up, but I was a Moyes supporter, and I didn't really have much of a gripe with how Moyes was playing, because in the main, I felt he got results. But that doesn't mean I can't be excited for something different, and I am. I'm really excited to see this new possession-based brand of football and being more progressive. Just attacking more and hopefully going away to the top teams and really giving it a go. That would be nice to see, and hopefully we can get ourselves some big results doing that. So just really excited now, because let's face it, the transfer window has been amazing. I just wouldn't have expected that in my wildest dreams, to be honest, because I think we've not only added so much depth, we've added so much quality. And that back line now, I am looking forward to see how we go there, because we was awful defensively, wasn't we, last season? But I think we've got the players now that can sort of play that higher line, and I'm just really interested to see how that's going to work and take shape. So on to the new season.
Looking forward to having a sub before 80 minutes. Hopefully this manager does that. No, losing the game and getting a sub on for 80 minutes.
I'll see you all around this season. Look forward to the watch-alongs with you. And last thing to say is, come on, you Irons.